Sefer Shmuel Aleph, Perek Bet, video number 1, Psukim Aleph through Hey. Tfilat Chana, the prayer of Chana, part 1, joy and reversals. The entire Perek, the entire Tfilah is the words of Chana. Vatitpalel Chana vatomar. Chana prayed and said the following: Alatz libi b'Hashem. My heart rejoices, is happy in Hashem, in God. Rama karni b'Hashem. My horn is elevated in Hashem. You see, the horns are the sign of the strength of the animal, and the elevated horn is the powerful sign of the animal. So my power, I feel powerful because of God. Now I have importance and power because He has answered my prayer. Rachav pi al oyevai. My mouth is wide against my enemies, meaning now I can open my mouth and I can answer my enemies who made fun of me because I had no children. Now I have what to say. I can say, nya, 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 nya. Ki samachti bishuatecha, because I rejoice in your salvation, in your saving. And I feel like saying, Yay, Hashem, you saved me. Pasuk Bet. Ein kadosh kashem, there is no one holy like God. Ki ein biltecha, for there is no one like you, Hashem. No other entity, no other being, certainly no other person. Ve'ein tzur kelokenu, and there is no rock like God. A rock is the symbol of strength. Ma'oz tzur Yeshuasi, when Hashem saves, He's compared to the rock, the foundation, something you can hold on to and nothing can budge you. Pasuk Gimel, Chana turns to people and says to them, Al tarbu tidabru givoha givoha. Don't do a lot of talking that's high and mighty. Gavoa is way up. Don't be full of arrogance, of ga'ava. Yetzei atak mipichem. It's as if the word al applies here, like al yetzei atak mipichem. Let atak, let bragging, arrogance, bad words not come out of your mouth. This is what she's warning against. Let it not come out of your mouth. Ki kel deot Hashem, for God is the God of all thoughts and opinions. He knows exactly what's going through your mind. Vilo, see, this is written with an aleph, but it is a ketivu kri. It is read and understood as if it has a vav. To God, nitkenu alilot. All thoughts and plans are all lined up, calculated, understood, summed up. God knows everything that you're thinking and planning. Pasuk Daled. Now we start on opposites, reversals, things that you never thought would happen, but Hashem reversed what you expected. Keshet Giborim, the strength of the bow, of the weapons, of the power. A keshet is a bow, like a bow and arrow. Of the most brave, powerful heroes, Chatim, they shatter, they break. It looked strong, but then suddenly it was smashed to smithereens. V'nichshalim, but people who were nichshal, who would trip and fall down and be on the ground, what happened to them? Azru chayil, they'd be girded in strength. Azru is like Ozer Yisrael B'Gvura with an aleph, not to help with an ayin, but with an aleph, which means to put on a belt, to gird oneself with strength. Chayil is power, like Eshet Chayil Miyimtza, a woman of valor, of bravery, of strength, and like a chayal, a soldier. So those who had tripped and fallen on the ground, they're the ones who end up being powerful. Hashem reverses their fate. Pasuk Hey. Sveim balechem niskaru. Those who were full with bread, they had all they could possibly want to eat. You look in their ribs and you see a loaf of bread. But what happens to them? Niskaru. They have to go to work just to be able, they have to hire themselves out just to be able to eat a piece of bread. They have to go and work day in, day out to supply the necessities of life. On the other hand, Ure'evim, people who were starved, and they had never enough to eat. Chadelu, they stop being hungry. They get all that they want. Look at this amazing meal that they're eating, straight out of Dougie's. Adakara yalda shiv'a, to the point where a barren woman like Hannah, who had no children, gives birth to 7. According to the Midrash, this is really Hannah, that she had 7 children of her own. V'rabat banim umlala, and a woman who had many children ends up miserable. Exactly how you count Hannah having 7 children doesn't seem to fit the psukim that you see later. That you'll have to find out. What happened to Penina? She ended up sad, according to the Midrash. She didn't necessarily keep all of her children. Exactly how that works out, maybe you'll discuss in class. But Hashem makes all of these reversals. And that is what Hannah is praising him for, that he reversed her terrible situation and gave her joy and gave her what to answer back in case anybody tried to pick on her.